Good morning, students. Welcome to the chemistry class. In this class, we will discuss about the second part of the chapter water, in which we will discuss about the solubility. So, what is the solubility? So, different solute dissolve to a different extent in the same mass of the solvent, and that is they have different solubilities. Some salts are completely dissolved into the solvent, some can be partial dissolved, some cannot be dissolved. So solubility may be of different types. So solubility is the ability of solute to dissolve in a particular solvent. So when we dissolve a solvent in a particular solvent, then this process is called as solubility. So to obtain a uniform result, the amount of solvent is mixed 100 gram and the solution should be saturated at a particular temperature. Definition of solubility: the solubility of a solute in a solution. So at a particular temperature is the maximum amount of the solute in gram that will saturate 100 gram of the solution at that temperature. Okay, so the ability of a solute in solvent which can dissolve 100 gram of the solute into the solvent in a particular at a particular temperature is called solubility. Okay, the solubility of the solute at 0 degree centigrade, weight of the solute upon weight of the solvent into 100, and that is weight of solute upon weight of solution into weight of solute into 100. So it will be the formula to find out the solubility of the solute. Determination of solubility. So to determine the solubility of a solute KCl at room temperature, step 1, preparation of the saturated solution of potassium chloride KCl. So take a boiling tube, half fill with about 100 ml of distilled water, add some few crystals of potassium chloride to distilled water and stir slowly and continue stirring till the crystal dissolve, and repeat the process till no more salt can be dissolved. Pour the saturated solution in the clear and dry test tube. First step is this. So in first step, take some amount of distilled water in which add some amount of potassium chloride and stir it and try to mix it, and again mix some amount of salt into the solvent and start mixing. And when this mixing can stop, then we take this solution into clean and dry test tube. Okay, so step second, determination of the solubility of the solute. Determination of the solubility of the solute. Okay, so weigh a clean and dry evaporating dish m gram, add a above saturated solution to it, weight m 1 gram, heat the solution to a dryness as shown in the figure and remove the dish m2 gram, and this temperature will take t degree gram. So solubility, weight of solute upon weight of solvent 100. So this m2 minus m1 upon m1 minus m2 into 100. So this will be the formula for the calculation of the solubility. Come to the solubility, that is a qualitative effect of the temperature on the solubility. So if the solubility of solute at given solvent are plotted against their respective temperature, the graph shown the effect of temperature on the solubility of substance is obtained. This graph is called solubility graph of the curve. Okay, so you can see different type of salts show different solubilities in this graph. So qualitative effect, temperature on the solubility solid whose solubility increases with rise in temperature. There are different type of solids whose solubility in which some salts solubility may be increased, some salt may be decreased, some salt may be it will be slow, yeah, partially soluble. So we will discuss one by one. So increase with rise in temperature, for example KNO3, other example KClO3, NaNO3, CuSO4, NH4, etc. So these are some salts whose solubility increases with increase in temperature. Increases slightly with rise in temperature. So for example NaCl, other example of KCl, KOH, and these are the some salts which whose solubility increases with rise in temperature, but this increase is very slow. Decreases with rise in temperature. So some salts like copper sulfate, another example calcium hydroxide, above 70 degrees centigrade on increasing temperature their solubility decreases. Sodium sulfate show a solubility curve with a sharp peak at 36 degrees centigrade, it is hydrated below 30 degree centigrade and hydrated above that temperature. Okay, when its water will remove, and hydrated means its water will remove. KNO3 has the highest solubility at 100 degree centigrade, 100 degree centigrade, and solubility of solid is independent of charge present on them. So applications and use of solubility curve: medical, enable a pharmacist to determine the amount of drug that must be dissolved together a given quantity of solvent at different temperatures. So by the help of this graph we can prepare their medicines. Chemists and research workers enable them to determine the most suitable solvent. So by the help of this graph we can select their solvent to dissolve a particular solvent. Okay, solute. Separation and purification of solute. So when a saturated solution of given mixture of solute is cooled, those fractions with very low solubility will be the first of the crystallized out of the solution. Summing up, solubility curve can be needed to determine, to compare, to calculate. Now come to the solubility of the gases. Influence of pressure and temperature. So effect of pressure on the solubility of gases in water. So an increase in pressure on the surface of water cause increase in solubility of gas in water. Means the pressure is directly proportional to the solubility of gas into the water. So solubility of gas in water is a fixed temperature can be corrected by the following law, that is known as Henry's law. So what Henry's law says? It says at any given temperature the mass of the gas dissolved by a fixed volume of liquid is directly proportional to the pressure of the surface of the liquid. Means as well as you will increase the pressure of the gas, the solubility of that particular gas will dissolve more and more in that particular solvent or liquid. So evolution of gas is seen when bottle of soda water is opened. So when you will open the soda water, then you see that the soda will come out quickly. So why this will come out quickly? Because in soda bottle there is CO2 gas is mixed with this liquid. When you open the lid, then this CO2 will try to come out. When it will come out, then it will pick up the liquid with himself. So due to this, when you open the lid of the soda bottle, then the effervescence of liquids comes out. Okay, so soda water contains carbon dioxide dissolved in water under pressure and solubility of carbon dioxide under normal atmosphere. Leak pressure is very low, but when the subjected to high pressure, then it dissolves a great extent to the cause of soda water, in which the carbon dioxide is dissolved in water under pressure and the water clotted. Okay, so as I have told you that in soda water or cold drink water there are CO2 is mixed, and when you open the lid, then this CO2 will try to come out. So on opening the bottle, the gas rapidly bubbles out, since the pressure on the surface of the water suddenly decreases and does the solubility of carbon dioxide gas in water. So if the pressure increases on the surface of water, its boiling point increases and freezing point decreases. Effect of the temperature on the solubility. So an increase in temperature of water, the cause decrease in solubility in water. So on increasing temperature, the solubility of gas in water will decrease. So on boiling, water loses its taste. Water contains soluble gases which contributes to the taste of water. On boiling, the temperature of the water increases, thereby the solubility of the dissolved gases decreases and the dissolved gases hence expelled out. So when you start boiling the water, the dissolved gases of water will come out. So when these gases start coming out from the liquid, means the dissolved oxygen or other gases which are dissolved in the oxygen will start coming out. So you can say that on increasing the temperature, the solubility of gases in liquid will decrease. Okay, thank you beta, have a nice day.